Have you ever wondered why Akbar, a 16th century Indian emperor, is still remembered as the Great? In the annals of history, a few individuals stand out, their names echoing through the centuries. One such luminary is Akbar, the third emperor of India's Mughal dynasty. But what makes Akbar so enduringly fascinating? Born in the year 1542, Akbar ascended to the throne when he was a mere boy of 13. His reign, which lasted for a remarkable 50 years, is one of the longest in the history of Indian emperors. But it's not just the length of his rule that sets Akbar apart, it's the mark he left on his kingdom, and indeed the world. Let's unravel the life of this legendary monarch, starting from his unusual childhood. Imagine being crowned an emperor at the tender age of 13. That was the reality for Akbar. In the land of the Mughals, year 1542, a prince was born amidst political turmoil. The child was named Akbar, meaning the greatest, and he was to carry this heavy title from a very young age. His father was Humayun, the second Mughal emperor, who was struggling to secure his rule over the vast empire. When Akbar was merely an infant, his father was forced into exile, leaving the young prince to be raised in the rugged Afghan fortress of Kabul. Despite the harsh circumstances, Akbar's early years were not devoid of learning. In the fortress, he was exposed to the realities of political strife and the art of warfare. Just 11 years later, Humayun met an untimely end, and the weight of the empire fell on young Akbar's shoulders. The year was 1556, and Akbar was crowned the emperor at the tender age of 13. But a child, he was suddenly thrust into a world of political intrigue, warfare, and immense responsibility. Navigating this complex landscape was no easy task for the young emperor. The empire was rife with rebellions and external threats. However, Akbar was not alone. By his side was Bahram Khan, a loyal regent and a skilled warrior. Khan played a pivotal role in Akbar's early reign, guiding him through the labyrinth of political complexities and helping to secure his rule. The young emperor faced significant challenges, but he was not deterred. He was a quick learner, adapting to his role with resilience and determination. He showed an innate ability to command, an understanding of his people, and a vision for his empire. These early trials and tribulations shaped Akbar, hardening his resolve and laying the foundation for his future reign. As he matured into his role, Akbar began to display the qualities that would earn him the title the Great. With the reins of the empire firmly in his hands, Akbar began his mission to transform his kingdom. The Mughal Empire under Akbar was far from being a stagnant entity. It was a dynamic, evolving powerhouse. This was an era when the Mughal Empire, under the vision and leadership of Akbar, grew into an entity that was strong, prosperous, and culturally diverse. Akbar's military campaigns were notable for their strategic brilliance and a flair for innovation. He expanded his empire across the Indian subcontinent, from Afghanistan to the Bay of Bengal, and from the Himalayas down to the Godavari River. His victories were not just about territorial gains, but about unifying a fragmented region under a single powerful rule. His military campaigns were a fusion of courage, strategy, and diplomacy, a testament to his leadership and vision. But his military prowess was just one facet of his reign. Akbar was also a keen administrator who introduced a series of reforms that revolutionized the governance of his empire. His administrative system, known as the Mansabdari system, was a unique blend of Persian and Indian administrative practices. It was a system that ensured loyalty, encouraged meritocracy, and facilitated efficient governance. Akbar's administrative reforms brought stability and prosperity to his empire, transforming it into one of the most powerful entities of the time. Akbar's reign also saw an unprecedented emphasis on religious tolerance and cultural integration. Despite being a Muslim ruler, he respected all religions and encouraged interfaith dialogue. He even went on to establish his own syncretic religion, the Din-e-Ilahi, which was an amalgamation of elements from various religions. This was Akbar's way of fostering unity and diversity, a concept that was way ahead of his time. His efforts towards cultural integration were not limited to religion. Akbar was a patron of arts and culture. He invited artists, musicians, scholars, and poets from across the world to his court. This led to a cultural and intellectual flowering, which is often referred to as the Golden Age of the Mughals. Under his patronage, the Mughal miniature painting style evolved and flourished. Literature too found a new expression during his reign. The Ain-i-Akbari, a detailed record of his reign written by his court historian Abul Fazl, is a testament to the intellectual and cultural vibrancy of Akbar's court. Akbar's reign was not just about military conquests and governance. It was about creating an environment of inclusivity, tolerance, and intellectual curiosity. It was about ushering in a golden era of cultural and intellectual flowering. Akbar the Great, as he is often called, was not just a ruler. He was a visionary who transformed his kingdom into a vibrant, inclusive, and prosperous empire. Akbar's reign was not just about conquests and governance. It was also an era of cultural and intellectual flowering. Even the greatest of emperors must face the twilight of their reign, and so it was with Akbar. As the years rolled on, the once vibrant and dynamic ruler began to feel the weight of his age. His health began to falter, but his spirit remained unbroken. Akbar's relationship with his son Jahangir was complex, characterized by both deep affection and intense conflict. Despite the tensions, Akbar groomed Jahangir to carry forward his legacy, ensuring the continuity of his empire and the principles it stood for. In 1605, Akbar breathed his last. His death marked the end of an era, but the seeds he had sown during his reign were destined to flourish long after he was gone. Akbar's legacy is monumental, visible in the architectural marvels that dot the landscape of India today. The city of Fatehpur Sikri, built by Akbar, stands as a testament to his architectural vision. His love for art and culture transformed the Mughal court into a hub of creativity, laying the groundwork for what would come to be known as the golden age of Mughal art. But perhaps the most enduring aspect of Akbar's legacy is his strong administrative system. He implemented a centralized system of administration, introducing reforms that brought efficiency and effectiveness to governance. His system of mansabdari, a unique blend of military and civil administration, was so robust that it continued to be used by the Mughals long after his death. Akbar also left behind a tradition of religious tolerance. He believed in the unity of all religions and established the concept of sulikul, or peace to all. This philosophy of inclusive governance, where all religions were respected, was revolutionary for its time and continues to inspire today. Akbar the Great was not just a title, it was an embodiment of his extraordinary life and enduring legacy. His reign may have ended, but the impact of his rule continues to echo through the corridors of history, reminding us of a time when an emperor truly embodied greatness.